GAYISH was a fun film. In the beginning, and the party scenes, I loved the lighting and the aesthetic that they found for this. It was really fun to watch. This film has really funny, relatable dialogue. The characters and the actors have great comedic timing in this, very relatable. I loved watching Jane slowly spiral throughout this film. I thought that the actor did a great job of portraying that emotional, anxious build-up spiral until she's, questioning everything. And so, yeah, I also enjoyed just the relatability of the sort of quarter life crisis that I'm sure a lot of us, go through with thinking about what we could have done, what we missed out on, and all of that. I thought this film did a really great job of portraying that, so I really enjoyed it.
Hey, I'm commenting on the short film Gayish. I want to start by saying really nice job here. I especially so this party feels instantly recognizable to me. I feel like I've been to it a million times and I've dreaded it every single time. It really rang true of that sort of obligation to meet up with old friends even when you really don't have anything in common with them and don't want to anymore. I also really just appreciated this as a young woman's journey to, self-acceptance and understanding who she was. I thought that you did a nice job of sort of unpacking some really muddled and mixed emotions, and just I felt like her confusion was palpable and it really resonated. There's really just, I think, one point where I thought I felt sort of taken out of it. Just the line readings around you only drink whiskey when you're sad, and then her response, I would just consider cutting that. It didn't feel quite as well read as basically any of the other dialogue. But other than that, I think you're doing a really great job with this.
Gay-ish, it gives me sort of like comedic tonality in the choices of performance. She attends this reunion event and there's so much stress associated with running into this girl from her past. This girl she had a brief relationship with in college. And I'm immediately like, okay, who is Nellie and why does she elicit such strong reactions out of this girl? And she is looking for this person because she wants to reconnect with her because she's trying to determine her sexuality. It's like she's bubbling over inside and she's happy in her relationship and she's been happy presenting herself as, heterosexual, but there's always this feeling of the what if. And is she able to accept it? And I do love that we presented her boyfriend as an accepting partner, because it's so often that you don't see accepting partners when it comes to things like this. So it was just one less thing for her to feel that was weighing on her. Not that I think she could have handled anything else. She seemed like she was already on wit's end anyway. But she's able to open up completely about being gay to a random woman she meets, and has no problem sort of presenting herself that way. But it is very clear that she's not fully ready to accept that identity. And then she finally runs into the girl that this whole night has been centered around and days prior to. And she had all these expectations of this meeting and she doesn't even recognize her, So she ends up, home with her supportive boyfriend. But if she is denying herself and what her urges are, it still does leave me to think as a viewer, where does this go? Where could this go? Because at the end of the day, whether you ran into your old college fling or not, you still have these wants and desires, and you do have to look into that.
This film is called GAYISH. This short was intriguing. A woman and her boyfriend go to a reunion, and she knows an old flame of hers will be there. She still has feelings for this woman from her past. I enjoyed the performances of all the characters, especially the lead, who really portrayed her conflicted feelings. The setting of their apartment and the party setting both worked well, and the writing was very clever, lots of great dialogue. You really feel for the lead as she wants to be honest with herself. Excellent film. Check it out. GAYISH.
Gay-ish was a really interesting look at, a woman reevaluating like who she is and what she likes. And I think the main actress, did a really good performance. I really like the visuals, especially like the lighting and everything in there, like the blue and the purple and everything. And yeah, I think it's a very interesting short, story film. Yeah.
The in between, here we have a bisexual woman struggling with running into a past female love as she has this essential crisis with her now male lover, and she's at odds with where she wants to be and who she wants to be with, and he gives her the freedom to explore that, knowing that she can't shut this part of her off, which is kind of nice and refreshing to see on screen. She has an encounter with the stranger slash neighbor on the sidewalk outside of the party, and when the opportunity arises for her to explore a relationship with this woman, she sort of runs back to her safety net, tucking herself into bed with her current lover. I think this is something that occurs in bi situations, always at odds with where you stand, feeling as if you don't belong in either space. And at times we often kind of go back to what we're used to versus trying to explore something new. It's scary.